Hi, my name is Swahili. Welcome back to my kitchen. Before we dive into today's recipe, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, and leave a sweet comment below. And let me know, where are you watching me from? I love hearing from you all. Some of you might be wondering, where is Sue today? Well, I'm at my grandparents' place. If you haven't seen the video of us surprising them, you're missing out. It's the video right before this one. It was such a wholesome moment. They were so happy, and honestly, we'd miss them so much. Now, while I'm here, my grandmother mentioned that she really missed eating pilau. She hasn't made it in ages because, as she says, it takes quite a bit of time and effort. But guess what? I love cooking and I had all the time today. So, I decided to treat her to some good old coastal Swahili pilau. And trust me, when I say we're cooking up a storm today, I mean it. As soon as I finished cutting the meat into pieces, I started up the fire. To make the fire light up quickly, they used the dry leaves of palm trees, which they call mikanja. This place holds so many memories for me. When we were kids, we'd spend all our holidays here. It's humid, yes, but the people here have adapted to the weather beautifully. And oh, mango season is still on. I've already had more mangoes than I can count. They remind me so much of our childhood days, sitting under trees and eating them straight from the branches. Do you have a childhood memory from your grandparents' place? Let me know in the comments. I would love to hear. I washed the meat clean because you don't know where it has been. As soon as I was done, I placed the meat in the sufuria, then added water and allowed it to boil until tender. As the meat was boiling, I went and prepared other ingredients: potatoes, garlic, onions, and so on. Now, before we get started, did you know that Pilau has a fascinating history? It's believed to have originated from the Middle East and made its way to the East African coast through trade. Over the years, it has become a staple of Swahili cuisine, and the authentic version is all about bold flavors and simplicity. For my version, I stick to the basics. No tomatoes, no tomato paste, no soy sauce. Why? Because those extras change the taste completely. It's not authentic anymore. My secret? It's onions. Lots and lots of onions. They are the key to that deep brown color that makes pilau so distinct. And of course, I always use whole pilau spices. They pack a punch that ground spices just can't match. Wait until you see the result. It's going to look amazing. One trick I have when crushing my ginger and garlic paste, I add salt to it to make it more easier to work with and crush even more finely. Also, the onions that I use in cooking my pilau, I cut them more thinly. The meat has now boiled and it is so tender, ready to start our cooking. Alright, let's get started. I've already chopped my onions and they're browning beautifully. This step is so crucial. Don't rush it. The onions are what give pilau that rich brown color and the depth of flavor. I continued to eat my mangoes as I waited for the onions to brown beautifully. Now that the onions are golden and caramelized, it's time to add minced garlic and ginger. Let that cook until it's fragrant. You will know it's ready when your kitchen smells heavenly. Next, go in with the whole pilau spices. Today, I'm using cinnamon sticks, cardamom pods, cloves, and cumin seeds. These are the heart and soul of pilau. Next, I'm adding some potatoes to the mix. My grandmother says pilau isn't complete without them. They soak up all the spices and become so flavorful. After the potatoes, I'm adding boiled beef. Can you see how the onions have already given this dish such a beautiful color? It's like a work of art in a pot. Actually, looking at this, I'm inspired to try cooking my dry fried beef this way, one of these days. What do you think? Wouldn't it look just as good? Now, let's add water and a bit of the beef broth and allow it to boil. This will allow the rice to cook beautifully while soaking up all the flavors. As the water was boiling, I started cutting onions for making kachumbari. Now that the water has boiled, let's add in the washed and soaked basmati rice. Don't forget to mix it well so everything cooks evenly. And now we wait until it's all perfectly done. When the water is almost all absorbed, I removed it from the heat, cover it, and add some fire on top of the lid. This is an old school trick to ensure the rice dries out completely and comes out perfectly and fluffy. And look at this. Wow, the rice is so fine, perfectly brown, and full of flavor. This is the real deal, the authentic Swahili Pilau. It's exactly how I remember it from my childhood. Serving time. My grandmother was so happy to have Pilau again. She said it brought back memories, but she's always avoided cooking it because of how long it takes. Honestly, I don't mind the time. It's such a joy to cook, especially when it's for family. Seeing her smile made it all worth it. So, there you have it, my version of coastal Swahili Pilau. I hope you enjoyed cooking with me today. Let me know in the comments if you tried this recipe. And don't forget to subscribe for more cooking, farming, and homesteading content. Until next time, bye! We shall try again tomorrow.